Everybody wave. Hello. We're at Pull Focus here. This is, I guess, hi. This is, I guess, one of the main studios.
Yes, this is one of the main classrooms. This space is got really nice natural light, so it's nice for the students. They don't get tired. They don't start yawning while we're teaching. But this space is also used for a little bit of photography work, and it can also be rented out. So Steve often rents the space out to other, organizations that want to hold meetings or evenings of some sort. And of course, it being Pull Focus, he does it for a reasonable price too. So
right.
It's always a nice thing.
Right.
But the school is in a really kind of interesting building. It's sort of like what Steve was saying. Why don't you come along and we'll have a peek at
excellent
some stuff. Okay, so this basically is the main foyer and the hallway of Pull Focus Film School. And this whole building apparently used to be a hotel, as Steve has said. So these rooms were all separate. It was in quite the shape, I think, at the time. And they gutted it at some point in time, and it's a very old building. And they made it into offices. So there's all kinds of people. There's artists upstairs. Beautiful light upstairs as well. It's a little different looking than this, but beautiful, beautiful natural light because they have glass in the ceilings, so they get a lot of ceiling light and a lot of that soft ceiling light that comes in. It's beautiful. But here we go. Come on this way, and we'll have a peek. So this is sort of a lounge area that we've got here, and then this is the office, Pull Focus's office in here. There's Daniel working in there in the corner. He was an ex-student. One of those things that Steve does is he will supply internship for students that have shown a lot of initiative and shown some great talent within whatever they were interested in and within the practicum in the school. So he'll bring people in and he'll give them jobs working at Pull Focus and also working on client projects as well. He'll incorporate that, which is really, really wonderful. So whatever kind of projects that come in for Pull Focus, he'll utilize the people that really stood out in class and give them a practical worldly experience.
Right, they focus on documentaries, is that right?
Yeah, they focus on a lot of documentaries.
My favorite thing.
Your favorite thing, of course. What else? PSAs, a lot of commercial work. So that kind of thing, just that sort of worldly, project type of management.
Right.
Some of them produce really well, some of them shoot really well. So he brings them in and kind of finds a spot for them, and then allows them to kind of go wherever they need to go afterward.
Excellent. How often do you intake? Do you know that?
How often we actually intake as far as the school is concerned? Classes?
Yeah, classes.
I believe, Daniel, is it classes run 6 months or 4 months?
Now 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah,
so,
but it will be 6 next year.
Right, so at this point in time, semesters last 4 months, and then I think there's a month in between. But Steve's going to be expanding that to 6-month long courses.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's good. So
now, what about the little courses we were talking about before?
Those little courses are for people who really want to expand their knowledge on a particular subject, very specific subject, and we'll maybe do a 2-night course, and they'll all be night courses.
Yes.
So there'll be people who, single moms or, not specifically single moms, but anybody who's working, during the day and has kids to take care of or other responsibilities during the day and in the evenings, and they'll be able to take a night course.
Right.
To sort of supplement that knowledge.
Are there minimum class size for that?
No, well, they don't get too big. Steve usually likes to keep it at around 6 to 10 people.
Right. But if I phoned for one of those and you said, well, you're the first one, let's wait till we get 2 or 3 more.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
There'd be a time where you need to. There has to be a quota met in order
Right.
to run the class. Yes, if that's what you meant. That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be a quota. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be, I think maximum. I think they try and get 6 people in at least.
Right. What are some of the benefits? I mean, I came, I looked it up on Google, and I thought, wow, right downtown like this, there must be pros and cons to that.
Yeah, there are pros and cons to that. I mean, you are in a busy area, and things can get a little hectic. Parking sometimes is a little crazy, but it's also good because you do have, we're right by Gastown, we're right by Chinatown, so you have a very dynamic setting, and there's lots to see, there's lots to participate in, and there's a lot of stuff going on within the community. Steve will focus a lot on the community and a lot of community engagement.
Right.
So a lot of the clients that come to Pull Focus will be close by part of the community. And he likes to keep that in there, and he likes to service the community that supports the school.
Excellent.
As well. So that's a good positive thing.
It's about giving back, isn't
It
it?
is about giving back, yeah, and being a part of something as well.
Yeah, you are a non-profit, yes.
Yeah, we're a non-profit, so
Being a good community partner in a sense.
correct. Yeah, absolutely.
So, what else is going on here?
Well, we've got some of the partners with Pull Focus. There's the production room. So there's an acting studio in here for film and theater, and they sort of run out of there. There's some digital work on the other side being done. A few of these rooms we're taking up now, and then of course here's our sort of editing studio.
Right.
Here. So it's nice and bright, and it's airy, and we've got our Macs up here. We also do teach courses in that room as well. When if that is booked up,
Right.
or whatnot, give presentations, that type of thing. But Pull Focus it's not a huge place, and it's not like VFS. We're not all over the city with a footprint everywhere. Like I said, Pull Focus Film School is a boutique film school,
Right.
and we like to focus on specific things and really bring students in that want to learn, learn and go along that route.
Yeah, small
It's a
classes, more
documentary
one-on-one.
filmmaking. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There's more one-on-one. You do, you're not just a number.
I love it. I love it.
That sets you apart, very much so.
Well, it makes things much more intimate, and it allows you to learn in a different way. Yeah. Steve cares a lot about the students that come in here and the projects that get put out.
And you do too.
Yeah, we all do. all of the teachers do.
There's that passion.
I can see it.
Yeah, absolutely. What these guys did here today in class was fantastic. I mean, they, especially for their homework, they brought back some really creative. I gave them some parameters, and they went beyond the parameters. They put more into what they did. So it's always nice to have students, to have people like that, to teach. They learn more. And it's a great thing.
You got a great job, man.
It's a pretty darn good one.
I'll tell you.
It's a pretty darn good one.
getting
Not
jealous.
Not complaining. Well, Liaison's pretty good too, right?
I'm not complaining either. It's good too.
Liaison's good? Is that what you're
Yes, very good.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that tones it down so that it still feels like that side is shadowed. Because otherwise it's kind of weird, the idea of it. Yeah. With that, it doesn't look as lit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Like it's still shadow, but it's
Yeah, I think it's
brighter.
better.
Yeah.
Okay. So stand. It's always good to, when you're going to set a flag, it's always nice to work with two people. So I'm going to hold this here because this is where we want it. Okay. No, other knuckle. Leaving this on the right. That's right. So loosen that up. Okay. Bringing this in. Good. Okay. Tighten that up. Okay. Does that seem satisfactory? Do you guys? Okay, yeah. So you got a little bit there. Okay, good. And now, what are you going to do about that shadow side? If you want to do something about that shadow side. Go ahead. If we turn on our background light,
Yeah.
we've got that.
It kind of washes out the back like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So watching our background.
Because it's so, yeah, the background is so bright.
What if your cabinet's off?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Doesn't light up the table as much.
This is kind of nice because we have background, we have shadow, highlight, shadow, highlight.
Yes, man, makes things softer, doesn't it?